In 2024, Kaleb Cooper's media company filed accounts showing £908,860 in equity and £606,000 in profit. That is not a side hustle. That is not a lucky break. That is what happens when someone stops playing the role everyone assigned him. For years, the television industry looked at Kaleb Cooper and saw the same thing. A funny farm manager, a local lad, the blunt one. The young voice in the background making Clarkson sound even more chaotic than he already was. They thought he was support. They were wrong. Because what those filings reveal is that Kaleb was never just standing beside the story. He was building his own. And by the end of this, the only question left is not whether he made it. It is how long the industry can keep pretending it saw this coming. Kaleb Cooper Productions Limited is the first clue. Public filings show a company with £908,860 in equity and £606,000 in profit for the year to June 2024. That is not a small-time creator account. That is not a celebrity cash-in. That is a serious commercial engine. And the most embarrassing part for the industry is this. They spent years treating him like decoration. He was watching how the machine worked. The numbers matter because they expose the scale of the mistake. While executives were still thinking in terms of Clarkson's Sidekick, Kaleb was building a structure that could survive the show, the hype, and the headlines. That is the real threat. Not fame, independence. Here is what makes the story even sharper. Kaleb does not have one business. He has three. There is the media company, where the fame and the filings live. There is the contracting business, the original farming base that still grounds him. And then there is the holdings company. That last one matters most. Holdings companies are not vanity projects. They are not there to look impressive on a spreadsheet. They exist for assets, acquisitions, future moves. In plain English, they exist for the next step. And that is where the story stops being about money and starts being about intent. Because Kaleb has said publicly that he wants his own farm. That was never a vague dream. It was always the destination. The industry just assumed he would stay where they put him. That was their mistake. The savage truth is simple. They saw a character. He saw a model. And he built around it. But here is where it gets properly interesting. Kaleb did not start from privilege. He started from a place so low it exposes the whole myth of overnight success. He has spoken publicly about paying himself 50 pence an hour when he was working his contracting business. 50 pence. For real agricultural work. For skill. For knowledge. For long hours on machinery and land that he understood better than the people judging him from a distance. That number matters because it tells you what kind of person he was before television arrived. He was already operating like someone who understood value. Not image. Value. And that is exactly why the industry misread him. They thought television made him. What television really did was reveal him. There is a difference. Kaleb's books made that even more obvious. He did not stop at being a recognizable face on a show. He turned that attention into products and then into a brand that could stand on its own. 3 books. 3 separate chances for the audience to buy into Kaleb without needing Clarkson in the frame. That is not accidental. That is not just capitalizing on fame. That is brand architecture. Every book creates another layer of independence. Every sale pushes his name further away from the shadow the industry assumed he would live in forever. They thought they were building a support act. He was building a catalog, and that catalog keeps paying. Then came the tour. That matters because stage work is where the illusion dies fast. If people only know you from the screen, they do not automatically buy tickets to hear you speak for an entire evening. But they did. The world. According to Kaleb Tour, sold out across Britain, turning a farm manager into a live draw.